Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. This is a tutorial to start the magnetic fishing set, the magnetic fish game. So this is what we are making. We have our little fish, its fins, and you have your nut on the end, and the magnet sewn into this, which will attach to our fishing pole. So before you start, just like you did with the doll, you want to make sure you have all of your supplies. You should have a little set all ready to go, like this. So I gave you enough material to make 2 fish and 1 fishing pole. So when you begin, you want to make sure that your felt pieces are matching up. The more square side is the top, and the straighter side is the bottom. So to begin, you're going to want to sew on your fins first. Yeah, so you're going to sew them in, and so you can knot the string on the inside of your pieces before they go together. So you might want to just do a little mark to make sure you're sewing them where you want. You can either do them towards the back or towards the front. This one has it towards the front. It's up to you. And the same with the eyes. You'd want to do that beforehand, right? Just a little stitch, pull it through, and a little stitch on the other side too. Knot it off. Okay, so you're going to take your needle and your embroidery thread, now the stitch we're going to be using around the fish is called the blanket stitch. And the children have been practicing this all year. And so they need a little reminder often that they need to make sure that with each stitch, they go right next door and then they go through the window before they pull it tight. So I'm going to start right by the nose, because at the very end, we're going to sew on the nut at the end. So to start, you're going to go in through the middle. Ooh, can't see. You're going to go in through the middle, so the knot will be hidden inside of the fish. Yeah, you see how my knot goes in there, and then it's going to be tucked inside, so you won't be able to see it. And you're going to go through the other side of the felt. And then before it's pulled tight, you're going to go through the window there. And that creates a nice little blanket stitch. And then the children will go all around the edge before they pull it tight. They want to make sure they go through the window. And you make your way all the way around the fish. Now you're going to have them sew all the way around the edge until they reach about up here, because then we're going to put that wool that I gave you inside the fish to stuff it just a little bit. It doesn't need to be too full, just a little softness to fill it out. And if the children miss their stitches, it should be easy enough to just pull it out so they could go back and make sure they're going through the window so you get this nice kind of even blanket stitch all the way around. And then once they've finished sewing all the way around, they stuffed it and they finished sewing up the last little hole, then you can send them outside and they can go look for a stick that can be their fishing rod. And they want to make sure that it's thick enough, sturdy enough that it's going to hold up, and that they can sand it and make it nice, so this project can last in your home and they can play with it. So once you've sewn all the way around and you've stuffed it, here's one of the children's. So once you've sewn all the way around the edge, made it all the way around, once you come to the nose here, after they've stuffed it, they're going to need a little help. And so what they've done is you put the nut in between the two pieces of fabric, and then you do a couple stitches in there to make sure that it stays on. All right, so you guys can go that far, and then next week I will share the fishing pole, putting that together once they've sanded it and made it all nice. All right, I hope everyone enjoys their week, and please let me know how the sewing projects are going. Please let Auntie Emily know, and you can send us pictures or just a little update. We'd love to hear from you all. Aloha.